Welcome back to another Thermals video review, and today we're going to take a look at Transformers Legacy United animated universe Bumblebee. I've messed with this Bumblebee. He's got a few things I don't like about him. Weight-bearing clear plastic up here, and the paint matching's a little naff. He's a fun, fantastic figure. That toy guy did a review on him, and his freaking connected beautifully. Emgo's got the issue. I've got the issue. Coming down here to take a look at this beautiful little piece. He is freaking awesome. The line work they did for his face is pretty good. But then he's got something strange. He has a ball jointed and part of the transformation hinge down here, so his head can go back and forth on that. It also has a ball joint with a hole in the back of his head, but the way his head's sculpted, you can't get it past the hinge here. But if you lift his head up, you can definitely do a 360. Very creepy 360. But when his rocket booster's on his back, he can actually do a fly pose. For a Bumblebee that's supposed to have jetpacks and jump really high or get into really down low stances, I mean, he can do it. So his head has pretty much good range of motion. A little bit of sass in that head. That little bit of Bumblebee smirk with those baby blue eyes. You know he's up to something. So, he has this hinge joint here that goes up and down on his shoulders. But he also has a shoulder that stops there. But with this joint here that's connected, pinned to the wheel, it can go all the way up. That is it. His arm can go back and go back. But it doesn't really accomplish a lot. I mean, you can go out that way because of the, the joint. If you straighten it out and it goes out kind of weirdly, it's a little lower than I figured it should. Just a little hair lower. Because, that would be the natural shoulder. Drop it down a little bit, bring it out. You can get a straight out arm. Have a just above the elbow swivel on a single mushroom. He has a 90-degree bending elbow. Door flaps that like to constantly open on mine. He has nothing at the wrist swivel. He has nothing for articulation at the arm. Even faking it with the transformation, you can't do it without the door looking doofy on the side. Have waist swivel. Pretty much at the proper waist. No ab crunch, but he does have not really that great of a foot forward. It's just, when you cheating it with the knee a little bit, you get just straight forward kick. No high kicks. You get outward and then some. More than 90 for a deep knee bend. He has light. It's just a little tiny little, a little wiggle waggle in it. But to get ankle tilt to work, you have to basically unthoop it over that joint. And if you hear it, it has to thoop over that little tiny bit of plastic right here, which I'm afraid is going to eventually wear off and make the transformation kind of crappy. 45 on his ankle. Not really much in between. You have like maybe 25 to 35. Click it in and it drops to like 0 and 5. It's weird. I have Bumblebee's weapons. They're two parts. You've got his missile for his speed rockets and his drill stinger. And they're in half. So the drill stingers will actually connect together. These things will connect to the back of them, so he can plug them on his back. Little flight backpack. And he can whoosh. We're going to take off his backpack missiles, separate these, and he can hold his missiles, ray gun you from like aliens from outer space or stinger parts. They come from the same sprue. Activate Bumblebee's said gimmick. Rotate the flip the panel down, rotate the hands the other way, because they only fit in this gap on one side, and then there's just a wedge cut out for them. The wedge pieces come out in front of his chest like so. You're going to take the stinger, you're going to plug both halves together. Self-explanatory. Then you have these two posts that are going to go into these two ports on his hands in the middle. Have that plugged into his wrists, and now he can do his signature Bumblebee stinger. It's either that or he's trying not to fart. But there you go. You can leave his arms like this because we're going to need them in that position anyway. Leave his hands in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the heel spurs, fold in the heel spurs like so. We're going to put his ankle back into place, open up his shin panel, flip down his knee pad, tuck in the foot, rotate the entire panel all the way around, bada boom. Open up this chest panel here, and then flush upward. Rotate the shoulders till they actually thoop into place. Bring out the door panels, and you're going to leave that alone for now. Now this is the hardest part. Rotate the waist, clip the legs together, and I mean this is quite stiff. Clip it together. You figured you would bend right here, which you don't. That's the knees. You want to bend the hip to fold him in half. You want him to basically kiss his feet. Down the arms out of the way. Bring down the arms out of the way. Fold again at this central hinge here all the way down. Stop about here and then close up this entire panel. These two ports right here, 2 clear tabs on the hood. They're going to reach over the legs a little bit, I believe. Yep. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Line everything up. Keep the door open. Get this tab underneath this door. This panel here for the shoulder is going to go into the nook back here while you're getting annoyed at everything because you got to shift that back. Get this back here with this tab back here as well. Bring that all the way to the back. Line that tab into that nook into the actual arm. Nook it over. Shove the shoulder into place here. Then you got to bring this entire piece that's the backpack / bumper. There's a slot here, and there's a tab here, and then another slot over. Yeah. You're going to bring that down, flex this out just a hair to get it in to tighten up, and bring it down. You know what? I don't know what I did. This is the cleanest it's been. Sure. Put the camera on to transform halfway decently. I mean, there's a gap. Okay, now. Okay, I fixed it. Now it's a hell of a lot better than it was before. I don't know what I did differently that time, but the gap is not as prevalent. The hood sits down, or the bonnet or roof and hood stay together a lot better. The rockets right on the side of the car and call it a day. Leave the missiles just as is, or you can put them with his stinger at the back, which looks kind of like a whee. Blast effects that were 3mm compatible port, it would look so much better. This thing is an overall treat. Gigawatt, Psycho Robo from 1963. For size comparisons, that is my look at Transformers Animated Universe Bumblebee from Transformers Legacy United. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other videos. Love y'all. Love your faces. Stay healthy. Be happy. Love each other. Be kind, respectful, and most importantly, love y'all. Love your faces. Peace.